Hey guys, welcome back to Upfront Podcast with Millie and Keeley. I'm Keeley and I'm with Millie. How are ya?
I'm good, thank you, Keeley. I'm very excited because we've got some special guests in today.
Very long waited for these special guests, but Corbon and Kiana from Kicking It Podcast.
Yes, one of our dear friends, Corbs from the Roosters, and my former teammate actually at the Knights, Kiana, that we're coming in to chat to us. But before we do chat to those people, we did have something that we wanted to bring up and maybe spread a little bit of awareness about. Two of my old teammates who are still playing at the Broncos right now, Lavinia Gould and Toni Hunt, are going through a really, really tough time for not only themselves, for their families, their teammates and their community around them as well. They've unfortunately been, given some really, really heartbreaking news. We know that Toni Hunt had cancer last year and she wasn't able to finish the season. She did all of her chemo and radiation and multiple surgeries, and she got cleared to play. We saw her play this season in the NRLW for the Broncos, and it's come back that her cancer is back, which is just absolutely heartbreaking stuff. It's really, really severe. Toni's a mum of 3. She just works so hard for everything that she has gotten and just does not deserve this at all. She's back in doing chemo. She was doing it on a Thursday and then at Captain's Run just to support the girls, Friday, Saturday. So such high spirits. I just think we really need to rally behind Toni and her family so that she can, have a little bit of relief from her husband having to work and spend as much quality time as they can together, and all those medical expenses and everything. It's just something I feel like we can really, as a footy community, be doing more.
Absolutely, and we've seen how much the footy community gets around people in crisis, and this is definitely one of those times that we need to get as many people as we can to help support. Like you said, she's got 3 kids and a husband who definitely need as much support as possible.
They need our help.
Yeah, and then Lavinia, her daughter, has not been well. You know more about this?
Lavinia's daughter hasn't been well for years and years, for as long as I've known her. She's needed different transplants, and she's had kidney failure and a lot of surgeries in and out of hospital, like needing special high intense care, and she went in for a few procedures and they didn't go well. She was placed in an induced coma, and Vinny is working so hard on the field, off the field. She works night shift to be able to support her family, go to footy training. She's one of the fittest and has the best attitude when she turns up, and then she goes and cares for her 2 daughters as well. So Lavinia and Toni, we are thinking of you, we are supporting you, and we really encourage everyone to support where they can, and that is financially through their GoFundMe pages. We'll put up the links. Any donation goes a long way, and if you can share it. And it's just heartbreaking stuff. I couldn't imagine if this,
what they're going through,
and how hard that is. And the Broncos, for them to have 2 players in one team, like, it's just heartbreaking stuff. What that does to the team, they're so close, and it's just they've had to remove themselves from the squad so that they can care, for themselves and for their families. So heartbreaking stuff.
Absolutely. All right, so on a bit of a lighter note, let's get into some footy chat before we get the girls in.
Yep.
So obviously you were out for our game on the weekend and we got fairly rolled by Newcastle Knights at Newcastle.
Yes, Newcastle were up for that game. They played so well. That was the best I've seen them play all season. They've got a great team and we just didn't come ready for it, unfortunately. But it's a round game. We've seen, it happen many times. It's a lesson, and absolutely take my hat off to Newcastle. They played so well. They played to their strengths, and Roosters are going to have to be better if they get to play them again.
Yeah. Well, you do like to say sometimes a loss is important and you learn from it. I never felt like that.
Never felt like that.
Okay,
what do you think now?
Okay, I think this is actually a very good lesson for us, and I think we will take so much out of it. It was obviously a very tough loss and hard to deal with, but we will take a lot from it and be better for it. So it's been good to get back into training.
Yeah.
I think when you lose, it's like, let's just get back in, although training wasn't much fun.
Yeah, I was about to say, we had Sunday off and then Monday we didn't really see a ball. Like there's no footy training. It was all con.
And I think tonight will be similar.
Yeah.
So
it's like, if you want to be doing that, this is what you get throughout the week.
Anyway, so hopefully learn from it, move on. And there's a few big games coming up this weekend for some teams.
We'll unpack that with the girls. And on that note, we better get them in. So we are very excited to announce our first ever guests on the podcast. It's taken us 11 episodes, Keeley.
That's pretty quick, I reckon. 11, that's not many.
Look, people were like, are you kidding me? Are we going to see someone else but you two? And we thought, let's bring in the big dogs. Corbon and Kiana, how are we?
We're good.
It's an honour to be on. I know.
To be your first guest.
We're the same though. We always want guests on when we're doing ours. We're like, we hate the sound of our own voices. Get someone else in.
You know what we were thinking about the other day?
What?
If you had to look at someone, this is off topic, but like if you had to watch yourself be someone else from someone else's body, but you were acting, you know what I mean? Like you were that person.
Yeah.
You had to just watch yourself. It would be so cringe. But then we said that's exactly what it's like watching us do a podcast. Why are we doing it?
It's the worst.
It's the worst seeing yourself pop up.
Kiana does like all the editing for ours and I am so thankful because I think I did it once and I had to sit through it and it was cringe.
It's rough.
Cringe down.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I hate watching myself or listening to myself in general.
The clips as well. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen here. Just skip.
Yeah, for real.
So bad. But thank you guys so much for coming in. Love that you guys, we love your podcast. It's so good. I feel like they have a bit of a different spin. You guys get guests in and chat to them about how they started footy and their upbringing and what led them to being in the NRLW. So we love that aspect of it. But love your little clips in between. Kiana, your editing so good.
Do you reckon?
We don't do a thing of editing. Ours all goes to Charlie and Andrew. Thank you. But you do really well. Kiana, coming off the back of the season now with the Sharks. Corbs, you're obviously with us, see you all the time.
Ganged up on here.
Yes. How's the season been? Obviously, you're the first team, new team into the NRLW. How's it all going?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed kind of season, bit of up and downs. We've shown some really good glimpses of some good footy. I think Corbs and I spoke about it last week. Like there's some good patches of footy that we play 25 minutes, 30 minutes, but then we kind of can't hold on for the whole game, which has been, it's been rough, but it's good to see that it's there. And, first season, it can only get better. So building towards next season now.
Yeah, and you can't make the finals, obviously, but that means you're allowed to have Mad Monday in your heads and a bit of celebration. I feel like out of all the teams, you guys have like a good party team.
Absolutely. Yes. You go across every single player, I'm like, they're fun. They're also fun. They like a good time.
Yes. Struggling on the field, but can party off the field. Probably not a good thing, but
Good for team culture.
Yeah, that's it. We still got the one game this weekend, so playing against Para, and you know how you kind of get in trouble if you start talking about
It doesn't get mentioned at all.
It's a hard thing, but it's like you need to plan it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you meant to do? Just not speak about it at training, obviously, but...
Not at training, but like outside of training.
Yeah.
And then someone takes it into hands.
We were before Newcastle when we were just literally killing time in the team room. I was just like jotting down some ideas. I was talking to the girls because I'm like, you got to start thinking about it.
100%. And then we played Newcastle and then we dropped that chat completely. Didn't even see a ball at training or the other night. So look, have you got, on the subject of Mad Monday, what's your craziest Mad Monday story? Do you guys have any?
Do you have one?
I feel like when we won in 2021, that was pretty fun. We didn't even have a Mad Monday. So after we played up at Dolphins.
Yeah.
And then we stayed there for that night.
And then you got pregnant.
Yes. So that was my Mad Monday. What a story. Premiership baby, no. And
Bodie boy.
love you, Bodie. So we just went out that night. But then that was sort of our Mad Monday, But we went back and Jess and I were in the office. I think we were doing like Roosters podcast or TV or something, and we just bumped into Robbo. We're like, Jess and I were like, we didn't really do a Mad Monday. Like we just went and like picked his brain, and we were like, if we wanted to do something, like what are some ideas? And he was full like throwing out like, oh, you go into Bondi, there's like Salties, Beach Road. We'll look at some Airbnbs. That whole next week he was like sending me like some Airbnbs for the team, and like helping us plan it. It was so good.
How good is that? Because they would have been in their season because we played at the start of the year.
Yeah.
So he's like going from training and coming back. Send to Corbs. This is a good Airbnb in Bondi. They're in round 7 or something.
For real, it was the best.
You guys got that house in Bondi as well,
Yeah,
right
on the water. It was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got a funny one. Keels, it's when you were playing at Cronulla. Do you remember the Mad Monday at Zali's house?
I do. I wasn't even meant to go to it. Because I was trying to be good. I was like, I'm not going to go. I was having all my back issues. So I was like, I'm not going to go.
This one.
Anyway, you keep going, Kiana.
Oh, we all started off really beautiful. Like I remember you were Queen of Hearts, were you?
Yes. What were we?
We were white chicks. We were the...
I don't think we were though. No,
we're not
weren't.
white chicks, but...
We were Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. And then everyone was like, white chicks.
Yes, everybody thought you guys were white chicks, but you...
We just rolled with it. We're like, yeah, that's
sure?
I'm sure.
Not that I've convinced myself that we were the white chicks.
Same.
So funny.
That's so funny.
Anyway, we all started off really good. My night ended. I remember seeing you crying. I forget what you were upset for, but do you remember that?
Yeah, I got hosed on the ground.
By who?
Maybe Carla?
Oh my gosh.
God.
Anyway.
My night ended with me getting elbowed in the face. I was on my Invisalign treatment. I was probably a month into my Invisalign, so my teeth were moving. They were heat sensitive. I got elbowed and chipped my like front 3 teeth.
How do I not know this
ever? You were long gone.
Oh, yeah.
You
Sounds about right.
you'd smoke one, but it's funny now, but at the time it was not funny.
Yeah.
No, that's
my
horrible.
gosh. Yeah, that was fun. I forgot about that one.
Nice. Good times. Good
What about you, Neil?
Yeah, so what about yours? Spill.
Look, probably my first year in the NRLW when I played at the Broncos, and we just won, and we were like partying in Sydney, and then we flew back to Brizzy. Then we went to Corey Parker's house because he was our assistant coach. And then I ended up in an emergency though because my finger nearly.
Oh my God,
I had the premiership ring on my finger, and it literally like I sent a photo to the doctor. And she's like, "Go to the emergency right now." My finger nearly like lost all its circulation. I had to get the ring cut off.
I remember.
But that was just a really fun week, I think.
What, like, did you hurt your finger in the game, or did it just
No, it just
blow
wasn't
up?
supposed to be on that finger, and it was on for way too long. Drinking, flying, on for 4 days, and then chatting to the person who made the ring. He's like, they're made for your pinky finger. I'm like, why are they made for your pinky finger?
That's so random.
Did you get another ring since they cut it off?
No, I think it's like a cool story. It's
Yeah.
just cut in the box
Because it's not like you're going to wear it around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Love that. It's so funny.
Anyway, moving on. So we've got 5 out of the 10 teams. First of all, what are your thoughts on the expansion? 10 teams. Is it too much? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's gone better than I expected. I think the general consensus was that it was way too many too soon. But the way that it's panned out, like teams have sort of lost to teams that you wouldn't expect them to. Like you've obviously got a couple of teams that have struggled and been towards the bottom, but I feel like in some games they're still being pretty competitive, and over the next couple of years, like you got to start it somewhere, and there's going to be a point where it's going to be a bit rough for a period of time, but like the sooner we get that done, which we've sort of started the process, then the sooner that we can get more girls playing at this level and then continue to build. So I think it's been good. There's already talk of it maybe being expanded again next year, which is a bit scary.
I reckon it will. Yeah, I have a feeling. I reckon
You have a feeling, or like you've heard? Like that's a bit different. The psychic told you, or you've had confirmation there's more teams next year?
No confirmation, but I reckon Warriors will come in. Potentially there will be a bye, or Warriors and another team come in. I really think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
This year, exactly what you said, didn't go as badly or as rough as expected.
Agree.
Yeah.
What about you, Kiana? What do you
Yeah, I
think?
agree, because we spoke about at the start of the season saying like they're nuts. What have they done? There's going to be big blowout scores.
Yeah.
But earlier on in the season, it was
Well, when
so
everyone
good.
got beaten in round 2, it was like, all right, game on here.
Exactly. But I think as the season's gone on, those better teams have really separated from some of the lower teams. So, yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think 2 more teams will be tough because where will the players come from? Like a lot of girls already signed on multi-contract deals. So that would be interesting.
And as well, like we're only in round 9, which is the last round coming up, but like injuries and replacements and like people in key positions, you know, your spine players, like if there's an injury to one of those, like
Then you might have to start your S&C.
that's it. You might have to get your S&C in. Lucky she's a gun rugby player and she's been having lots of practice in her scrum half.
We should probably tell people what's happening.
Maybe a few extra tackles, but look,
I know.
Kills you can.
Yeah,
So we've had a few injuries in the hooker position. So
Kills has been
actually
playing whole
signed-
games every week.
Seriously.
We've actually signed our S&C, who's never played a game of rugby league. She's a very good union player though, so she's making her debut this week. But
Off the bench.
I think we need some more squad numbers generally over the NRLW. I'm not sure what number you're looking at, but I don't think 24 is enough, especially like we've seen so many injuries towards the back end of this comp.
And in saying that, people, like I saw something out last night and people saying, oh, there's development players who haven't been brought up, but they're not in that position. We need a hooker.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
we don't actually have a hooker.
Yeah.
They're not just anyone that can just, someone who's an outside back or a prop. They're development players, but they're not going to jump in at hooker. So that's the reason for that. And she plays scrum half, which is, the
Transferable
perfect.
over,
Very transferable. Like I said, just a few more tackles and they make like one tackle.
I know. Well, she's been our S&C for like the last 3 years now, and like she gets thrown
Millie
in the
Scott.
defensive.
Her name's Millie.
Millie Scott. She's a legend, and she gets thrown in like the defensive team when we're short, like usually on the wing. So literally for the last 3 years, we've been like kicking the ball, and she'll catch it like high pressure kick, attacking kick, and people coming at her, takes it, like returns, like. We've literally been joking about like putting a jersey on her for 3 years.
And then she rocks
And then
up.
last week, Stranger's like, we're doing like proper like game practice. Like, oh yeah, Millie, jump into 9. And I was like, the starting team. And then they're like, we're not joking. So yeah, it's pretty funny.
So good.
It is good. It is a story and it's pretty cool. But I do think we do need a bigger squad for next year to cover, especially if it's longer rounds. But I wouldn't like to even see it more than 10 rounds for next year, more than 10 teams, sorry.
No.
For next year.
You know what will help though? They're speaking about having the Harvey Norman directly under as that feeder.
Yeah.
So then right now there's no footy being played, but obviously if they have that feeder, you can see the girls playing underneath. They can push for positions and, the young girls coming through have that opportunity.
For sure.
So I think that'll make
I think
a
it's
difference.
the perfect way to go about it. We've been wanting this for the last couple of years, so it's exciting that it's
happening so soon.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to, but awesome.
Yeah.
It is very good. Moving on to our next little part. There's 5 teams that can make the finals, 3 that are pretty definite, and then two or three that are depending on this week's results. But we've got 5 teams that cannot make the finals. We thought we'd create a little bit of discussion around what are those bottom 5 teams missing, and who, if you could bring in a player, what would they do to that team and who are they kind of missing in that position? So for EG, like for Eels, for instance, they're not going anywhere as good as they did last year. They made the grand final. They've obviously had a lot of players move, but they're sitting at the bottom of the ladder. I think Rachel Pearson has done an amazing job there. Yeah. She's a mainstay and she's really helping their team. Obviously hasn't helped having Elsie Albert out and Kennedy as well through her suspension, but I feel like they're really just missing someone like an outside back, like a centre that's going to, like come up with points, come up with like if
a bit of an X Factor player.
An X Factor player, someone with points in them. They're really missing that. And like Rat has the ball on a string. She can kick it to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Get it there. So we'll just chat around each kind of team there. Anyone else at Eels, do you think, Gills?
Well, I actually really like Cassie.
Oh, Cassie is a weapon.
Yes. She's been killing it. I'd like to see her get involved more. So obviously she's in the centres, but I feel like another really strike centre would be awesome for them. Yeah. That X factor, like you said.
She's been so good defensively too. doing her job, jamming when she needs to. And
what's her preferred position? Do you know?
I don't know.
Well, she was fullback at North and she killed it there.
I feel like the same. She needs to be more involved. Maybe I think Abby's been really solid at the back.
She has been.
But maybe seeing, I know she's also played centre, but maybe giving Cass a go just to see what that could.
Yeah.
Actually,
maybe. And then
6.
Cassie can just pop around her.
Yeah. Imagine her at 6.
Cassie at 6, you reckon?
She'd be good. She's such a natural ball player.
Yeah.
She's got timing.
Yeah.
But also, I forgot that they've moved Mahalia Murphy into the back row.
Yeah.
She's been that's been a good change for them. That's strengthened that. Yeah. But I reckon Cassie just needs her hands on the ball more.
Yeah.
And then that's where you can maybe pull
She'd
another
be more
centre in there.
dangerous.
Yeah.
At 6,
Yeah.
have Rat there as well. They would be, if Cassie is 6 and you got Rat at 7, the most chill, humble,
very laid back.
And how many words would you get out of them for the whole day? Not much chat. You hear them talking on the field and that's about it.
Oh my gosh. I don't know much about
chat.
Cassie, but she just seems she gives me Zahara vibes. Really
even more
laid
chill
back,
though.
chill, but like a gun. You can't underestimate. I don't know. I feel also obviously Kennedy's back, but another really strong middle to help her. And then that could allow Talisha O'Neill to, I think she's a back rower.
Yeah.
She used to play back row before having her babies, sort of like Kezi, can run a really good line. She's been doing a great job in the middle, but that could allow her to maybe push it a bit wider and get back to what she usually plays.
Yeah. She's kind of she's going absolutely hard out. We saw her the other week, and in captain's run, she had 2 black eyes, broken nose, and I'm like, how hard are you going in captain's run? But I feel like she's probably getting a little bit
Overworked
and a bit ragdolled in the middle, only because of her size compared to other middles in the game at the moment, and she's just doing so much work, and obviously having those other middles out has really not been great for them.
Yeah, that's a good point, Cor, because I think if you get a middle that can get through some really solid work, gets through a bunch, then you've got those young ones like Tyler?
Yeah.
She comes in for impact. You got Elsie for impact.
Yeah.
Kennedy gets through a bunch of work
players
too.
are just impact players. They come off the bench and they're so dominant. So that's their preferred.
Yeah, so I think that would be a really good addition, because then the young girls coming in
and they can just do what they're
20
good
minutes,
at.
big impact, and then you got a big solid middle who's getting through 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Good call.
Cowboys, they've been riddled with a few injuries as well. Unfortunately, I think Shania Power was playing so well before she got injured, but I think they're also missing the solid middle to just do some work. And because Emma Manselman is one of the best hookers of taking advantage of lazy middles around the ruck. So if she's getting a quick play the ball, she is so good at that. And I feel like she hasn't been able to take advantage of that because, they might be getting worked over. They're not there for her. They miss the jump when she runs. So I feel like they're probably missing another strong middle.
I agree. I feel like Emma's trying to create stuff on her own, and she's not really getting the luxury of working off the back of forward attack. Middle's working really hard. Their halves, Kira's an experienced player. I feel like she started really strong, but I just feel like as a whole they've sort of not playing to their potential. They started really strong, but I just feel like, missing a couple strike players like Shania. Tallulah's still playing in the 6, hey? Yeah. So maybe that combination will continue to grow, but agree, a real strong middle for them would be beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also, something. I think they're watching their game last week, they were really struggling with yardage. So I think if they got a really experienced, good back of field centre or wing, that could make a massive difference, because they were actually doing pretty well, defensively. They were scrambling so much. I felt like they were coached really well. Just on tackle 3, after they've just taken 2 hard carries, it'd be a little error. And I feel like that was from inexperience or probably just lack of experience. So if they have somebody really who's a leader out wide, I think that could help a lot.
Yeah, because they got that Jasmine Peters and China Pilata who are all effort, run hard and stuff,
players,
but just
big game players.
Yeah.
China's been playing in the middle too.
She's been everywhere.
She's so good in there. I love her a lot.
Do you prefer? Yeah.
Love her there.
I felt like she was a bit of a waste on the wing. She was having impact on the wing, and then I was thinking, imagine her a bit closer.
Yeah.
Wingers, do wingers get bored?
Yeah.
Very bored.
Been out there.
Very bored, but she's killed
It's
it
like-
moving into the middle. I'm like, maybe I want to play middle.
Oh my God.
I'm in.
I would not last 5 minutes in the middle.
no.
Yeah,
We talk about
there
it
was
as well.
that player that was playing in, was it Chloe
Saunders.
Yeah.
She was playing in the middle and then she ended up on the wing and scored a try. I'm like, she just caught the ball and scored a try. Like, is that what they do? No,
X7's player.
that's not what they do. But
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much being a winger, like it's all or nothing. In the
Yeah.
middle, you miss a tackle, like you're like, okay, I'm working up for it this set. You miss a tackle, you get scored on.
Yeah,
exactly.
Very
so much
different.
pressure.
You've got to make the most of your opportunities. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some of our middles, if for whatever reason, if they're on the defensive team in trainings and if they have to fill a spot on the wing or in centres, they're like, oh, fuck defending out here. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Even when I go short side, I'm like, yep, you got me, I got you, I'm plugging. Like,
Short sides are a little scary.
That was you the other day. You got pushed outside the scrum line. You're like, this is wild.
yeah,
out
I'm
here.
like, wow, outside the what do I even do out here? Yeah, I will be a prop forever.
That's so
Alrighty,
good.
Tigers. I think Tigers have been probably one of the best teams for the new teams this year. I mean, to be honest, I think everyone's done so well for the new teams, but they have really surprised me.
Yeah.
But I do think every team's probably just missing like another middle, to be honest, to get through some more work and add that.
I reckon they have gun middles. I
They
reckon their middles
do.
are good. Like,
No, they
I reckon
do.
that's their strength.
Yeah, they got Salah.
Nevada's
Nevada's
yeah,
going well.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like you've got when Kezi gets out and then Salah's
Yeah.
missed.
Which
you know
they
what I
all
mean?
have
Like,
been out.
You need, I know,
Yeah.
that's when you've seen them be depleted. Like
Yeah.
it's when those players are missing. You need someone who
bit
can
of
just
depth
step
in
up and be second row and do what Kezi does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm talking not just a middle, but like a forward that.
Yeah.
Some good go
See, I
forward.
reckon, like, for me, potentially half,
Yeah.
like half or
Yeah.
six
Yeah.
would really help them because I feel like they've got the strike out wide. They've got like really good back five, strong through the middle, like versing them through the middle. They were solid. I reckon a good
Yeah.
half or 5'8" would make a big difference.
I agree.
I think, would you put Bo Teal at 6 and could Ja'Kai Whitfield learn fullback?
Possibly. I don't think Bo likes playing 6. From when I've played with her in different teams, she loves fullback and she can ball play, and I think that's why she gets thrown in there
Yeah.
sometimes. But I don't think she likes the pressure of being a
Okay.
ball player.
Yeah, I
and she had to play she played 6 against
Yeah.
us. I feel like Russambule, I'm going to mess it up again. Rasabale, sorry.
Yeah.
Has been like solid.
Yeah.
But like the 6 has been in and out, changing each week. So she just
Bucky
needs
has been out with injury. I thought she was
Yeah.
good for them when she was playing.
Yeah.
And then M. Curtin
Yeah.
is the other half as well, right? So
Yeah.
just needs
Just-
someone consistent in
makes
there.
it
Yeah,
hard when it's not
dominant
consistent.
half.
Like
Yeah.
that's makes it really hard.
Yeah.
Yep. Sharkies, who'd you love to poach
Ooh,
over?
you guys tell me your thoughts. What's the problem?
Well, no. What do you think? Like you're kind of missing in your team. Like if you could just add someone, or
It's hard.
Yeah.
Help me out. What do you think?
Yeah, what do you reckon, Corbin?
I don't know. I feel like as a whole, like we talk about the Sharks a lot because we know the potential. I feel like you've got like the ingredients to continue to grow. I feel like you would know you're the winger and you've been dropped a few weeks for different reasons. And I don't think the problem is the wingers. I feel like it comes from like, you know, when you're as a winger, you're having to go out of defensive systems, it's because something's going wrong in the middle. So whether that's your middle pack not working hard enough or your halves not pushing and creating things for you on the attack. I don't know, like I'm not going to pinpoint specifically what I think, but I feel like you've got like Ellie Johnson, who I think has been one of your best. I think you could do with maybe another really strong middle to lead your pack. And then... yeah, like Emma is still learning and I feel like you guys look to her a lot to create something, but she's used to being a fullback and she's used to running off the back of someone. So you need like a really strong ball playing 7 that Emma can work off the back of. And Tay is still growing. She's still very young and learning and really not overly experienced. Like she's had a couple of years in the game, but still growing and learning. But you need someone that's going to like take the line on and be able to create things for, because you've got the strike. It's just about creating a bit more opportunity for you girls.
You know, somebody that I wouldn't recruit, but I would love to see Tale in at lock. I love her in middle. She's just like, I see her like Cam Murray, like quick play the ball, so energetic, like gets through a mountain of work. I just love her in the middle.
Yeah.
And then also Brookie kills it in the middle. But them two would create so much ruck
I feel like I've
speed.
been in the best of Tale.
Yeah.
Like, she's got so much potential.
Yeah.
She's so slippery. She's not a big body and she plays in that second row, but she just
Bounces off.
she's
got Fijian strength.
That's it.
I'm like, honestly, little muscly arms.
Yeah.
Like, she would be so good in the middle.
She's
for me.
ripped.
Yeah.
Ripped. Absolutely ripped. She's a gun.
Yeah.
Love to see her in there.
Yeah.
Nice. And last team, Dragons. What do you reckon?
Who's going first on this one?
You go kills.
Probably just middles. Like, feel like they've obviously lost a fair bit of experience throughout, and they got a lot of good young players who have done really well and stepped up. But I think, especially in the middle, if they had one or two really experienced girls who maybe aren't flashy, but can lead the young ones, I think that would really help them.
Yeah.
I know Carla Cowan, she hasn't had much experience in NRLW sense, but I think she's in their squad. She'd be unreal for them.
Yeah.
I think she has so much experience outside of NRLW, just footy in general. I think she'd be really good for them. So don't even think they need to really recruit outside of what they got, but I'd love to see her get some more game time.
Same. She hasn't had much, has she?
I think she only had one game at hooker.
And now that
Maybe a little bit
Alexis is injured,
Yeah, she's been
she
playing
was
so
been one
well.
of their best
Yeah.
for sure. So
It's just depth. I feel like depth is the answer for nearly every team.
Every team.
there.
Yeah.
So back to what we were saying.
Yes.
We're talking about like how club rugby league
Is very club rugby league sometimes.
Yes, and we're just saying funny stories. So do you guys have a rugby league story that is just so club rugby league?
Yeah, like not NRLW, like growing up, could have been another like sport or whatever, but just, you know, I mean like rugby union, sevens, touch, whatever. Something that's like very club rugby, like rogue.
I can kick us off if you
kick us
think.
off,
Okay,
'cause
so,
I need to think.
Keely,
this
tell me
was
this story. It's so
2019, so not even that long ago. I was playing for the Corrimal Cougars, and we rock up to where we were playing, which was an absolute rubbish field. It was Wingdang. It was like absolute dirt. And this is just side note, I was returning from injury, so I was already a little bit nervous. Anyway, we go to warm up and our managers forgot our jerseys. And we're literally playing in like 20 minutes. We used to do just a quick 10-minute warm up. Anyway, so we decided to wear our polos and use strapping tape and put numbers on the back. So we all run out in our polos. Our jerseys get there like halfway through the game, and at halftime we change. But all of us were getting absolutely collared and swung around. And I just feel like that is the most club rugby league I have
Not that
ever
that
heard.
happens in club. That was like, sorry, just on that. Was it the Nines and the
Warriors
girls didn't have
That
their
is the-
jerseys?
They had to wear the men's jerseys after they had played.
Men's sweaty
Wet as.
jerseys
Oh my
for
gosh.
chicks.
That is the most disgusting thing I have ever. And remember how stocked their pants were? They were like 10 sizes too big. They had all odd socks off. They didn't even have rugby league
No, they
socks.
didn't. Yes.
And that was
is so
like
funny.
NRLW.
That was, I remember that because they burst us and beat us.
And they beat us.
Yeah, I remember.
That is funny.
Oh, poor us.
All right, I've got one. So I was playing rugby union through high school and we were catching a bus. We used to get like this little mini bus and it was the community scout bus, and like I think you paid a donation for it, so who knows if it's even working. We travel up the mountain. It's a 3.5 hour drive. We're about to, obviously we're playing footy in Canberra. Our bus overheats. We're literally getting our water bottles out to put it in like the radiator. We're late for this game, so the bus ends up finally like working. We're behind schedule massively. We're putting our boots on the bus. Everything, we're getting strapping, we're doing like our warm up on the bus,
Oh
like
my
we're doing like
gosh.
push-ups on the seats, like trying to get warm, and we run off the bus onto the field. Literally, they're waiting for us. The team's waiting for us to kick off. Like
That's so
I was
good.
like, only in Bega. We weren't in Bega, but it was for Bega High. So
Did you
that
verse
is-
Kez?
No, we didn't play Kez. Kez is 10 years old. We never even were in the same. She's not 10 years. She's close to 10 years older than me. But
Oh my gosh.
no, that probably would have happened to her as well. Because
That's
what
so
happened.
good. I actually can't think of anything. Do you have anything top of mind?
No.
Oh, how boring.
You guys must be nice in Sydney, getting looked after all the time.
I think we played like a Cronulla game. It's not even bad, but like we had like a early game and we had to be there at like 7 a.m. to like get ready to warm up, which I guess is normal for. But this was like, remember, I think we played like a 8:30 or 9 game. We had to be there like super early. I don't know, like
scary.
terrible. I was like, what is this?
Okay,
That's what you do when you're in like under 10s.
You reminded me. So we both used to play LFL before.
Here we go. She's
playing.
making one
okay,
up to
good
try and sound like they've been disadvantaged.
So you're saying 7 a.m. was bad when we had a 9 o'clock game or whatever.
Yeah.
But LFL, this is how unprofessional it was. We'd play.
Wait,
like
when you guys
7
were playing the
Lingerie
game.
Lingerie. So when we played that, we had to say we played 7:30 p.m. We had to be at the arena at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Why? What? Fake tan.
Pretty much
hair.
media,
Photo
like
shoots.
steam.
Can you wait? Can we
photos.
talk about all of this? Yes. How did you guys? Wow, I'm putting it in there. Lingerie. Okay. How did you guys get into lingerie LFL? Let's call it. And
Yeah, it's actually Legends Football League. It was rebranded.
And side note, I genuinely wanted to do that growing up so bad.
Keely was your number one fan.
I used to always say to my dad,
Can you imagine Keely?
I'm going to America and I'm playing in that.
Stop it.
one.
You guys inspired
Okay,
me.
tell us how it started. Were you guys already friends before that?
Yeah.
Like, and is it something you wanted to do together? Was it literally your only avenue to play lingerie?
Yeah, we knew each other. We were like best friends for years.
I was playing tag and touch.
Everything.
I don't even know how it came across.
I
though.
think there was a. I remember you and Cara, one of our other friends that did it with us, told me that the American LFL was coming to Sydney to do like tryouts for an Australian comp for the New South Wales team. So we went. It was like at Kudos Bank Arena or something, and we had to, go and trial. It was pretty much just.
Did you know any of the
drills.
rules?
No, it was
No
literally
idea.
no idea. Like you get there, the American team was there. They sort of like ran us through different drills.
Did they have an exhibition?
They were having an exhibition match
Yes,
that
okay.
weekend.
Right.
And then so they were just,
Wait, so did you guys went over to America?
she did.
I did. And I've got another rogue story now that I think about it.
Yes. Tell us.
The girls would come to training high. Like it was a normal thing for them to smoke weed before training.
No.
Did it make them any good? Were they like,
What, did
Yes,
you
our
relax?
quarterback was like always high and she was
Oh my
really, really
God.
good.
What position did you play?
I played a bit of wide receiver.
Right.
So like on the wing sort of thing, same
Yeah.
sort of thing, trying to catch the ball to score the touchdowns.
Yeah.
But then I
Yeah.
also moved into like the offensive line. So you can like block for the quarterback, but then you can also attack and get the ball as well.
That's
So,
sick.
Big Mike.
Yeah.
Wow. Big Mike. New nickname.
who did you play for?
The team was called Los Angeles Temptation.
Oh my Temptation. LA Temptation.
Yeah, literally.
Are you serious?
But yeah, that was the-
So wait, and you full on had to be in lingerie.
It's
Yeah.
like, they're
Game
like
days.
scungies. Like, you used to do
And
like
did
athletics.
Nearly.
Did you have to do
Yes.
like your hair and makeup and tan?
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
that a
That's why we
requirement?
had to get there at like 9 a.m.
Oh my gosh,
Do
I have
all
more
that.
questions.
Oh my god.
Okay, was there like requirements like, okay, this girl's a really good player, but she's a bit tubby?
Yeah, you wouldn't play.
Yeah.
Not even joking.
The guy who runs it all.
Did you have
was-
like measurements? Like you had to be a certain weight, and if you were too big, you couldn't play.
So they used to do these fitness clearance. We had to send a photo of you in
No.
a bikini with like your name and your date written on it.
and your weight?
No, not your weight. But it was
Just
like a
the
bikini photo,
appearance.
the front and back.
Did any girls photo? Did any girls
Was that
Photoshop?
where
it?
this is illegal? It was in America.
I was like, I didn't do that, did I?
Probably the same here.
Oh, I don't
Did
remember.
anyone Photoshop their photos and then rock up and you're like, that ain't it?
That ain't it. Probably. But if you turn up on game day and you weren't in shape, they wouldn't play you.
Is that
So
why
it
they got
happened to
high? So
girls.
they like, don't you eat heaps?
They just did that because it was a normal thing. I don't know, in LA.
Yeah.
You don't
or in
get
America,
obviously drug
everyone
tested.
don't do that.
Well,
it's not
it's
that
legal.
professional. But everyone just smokes over there like it's normal. And I remember I was rattled because I was like, no one smokes at home. Or like if you do, you're kind of like
Gosh.
a drag. But
Yeah. Oh
over there it was a normal thing. Like heaps of like the high profile athletes, they all do it.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it was just the norm.
Did you get paid for it?
No.
Okay. So it was
Are you
like
surprised?
just
No. They
That's- I
paid
mean,
for everything. Like,
yeah.
so
it was like
travel and
yeah.
everything
Yeah.
was all
sick.
covered.
So it's a more of an experience and an opportunity.
Yeah, that's
You've done everything, I swear. Like
No.
so many
So
things.
random. I love it. Is it still going?
No, I think it finished like the year after I came back home.
It's
Oh,
not
this is
surprising. I feel like there's probably a few
Yeah.
lawsuits there.
It's exactly right.
Didn't they
That's
try
what
to
happened.
change it last couple of years? They would wear the tights.
Did chicks actually play NFL?
They do, but it's like full kit, so they wear
Yeah.
normal.
And there's a
I
lot
don't
of
know
tag
too
over there. I
much
see
about
the
it.
kids with like their little
Yeah.
neckbands.
Flag football.
Flag
Yeah.
football.
Looks fun. It looks so much
What do
fun.
they
It was
like
actually fun, like training.
Moving their hips. I see it and they hold the ball like this and they go, ooh, ooh. Anyway.
Oh, that's
Wow.
fun.
Did
Like
you
the
en-
training was hard. We used to train every Sunday at Parramatta for like hours. How long? It was like a 3-hour session.
3-hour sessions every Sunday morning.
And like they were intense sessions.
Yeah.
But just, I couldn't get past the whole lingerie.
Okay, I need to see a photo of this, and Charlie needs to put it on that on the screen.
Charlie will
To
clip that.
Plain. Please, that would be.
Oh,
I want to see that.
Yeah. It was
Anyway,
fun.
do they still play it here? It's not a thing anymore.
Like the full kit.
Yeah.
Full kit,
Yeah,
not
but
lingerie.
not the
lingerie,
lingerie one's
not the
done.
lingerie one.
done. Probably for the best.
maybe in another lifetime feels.
Anyway, maybe back to some footy chat.
Footy chat.
Way off topic. Sorry.
Since it's kind of coming up, well, we're finishing the rounds. Dally M predictions. We've been able to see people play more consistently, week in, week out. I feel like, to be honest, before it was a bit of a piss take when it's like, oh, well, when they were doing the count and we're at the men's
Oh
Dally
my
M and the men are going through 26
3.
rounds of footy. It's like, and round 3 we have a winner.
Yeah. Wasn't it awkward?
So awkward. Not as okay. Actually, I don't know if I should mention this. Maybe scrap this bit.
No.
So you started it. Go.
Remember when Jess did the tackle and that was like the.
Oh, I know. Stop it. She was embarrassed.
I know. But anyway.
Wait, I remember.
It
I
was
can't
like
remember,
this
but I can.
award for like
Oh, and she patted her on the
sportsmanship
back
or something.
Is it that?
Jess got taken over the sideline by Emma
Tonegado.
Tonegado, and she like
Tapped her
cheersed
on the
her
back.
for a good tackle, and then that's what she
Sportsmanship.
Anyway.
Sportsmanship.
That's right. I remember Jess was like, what the heck?
Everybody in the audience was just like,
Shame.
is that the most sportsmanlike thing in the whole comp for the last year? Anyway,
God, that's funny.
Yep.
so
Let's hope there's not one of those.
back to Dally M predictions. What are you thinking, guys? You got a few players that you reckon are in the running?
I feel like Tegan Berry will probably be up there because she's just been a standout in multiple games.
Yeah.
I also think Taryn Aiken, like she's been playing good footy. I'd love to see her
Absolutely.
take it out as well. So, yeah, they're my two.
Tegan Berry was mine. Stole it.
Nice.
Yeah, I
been
feel like
unreal.
she's been a real standout in her
Yeah.
team. Like
Yeah.
pretty much most weeks she'll get the 6
Yeah.
points. You look at it.
Yeah.
I think Tegan Berry's been awesome. I don't think. I think Tamika Upton though.
Oh, yeah.
Bit biased, one of my good friends, but I just think she's like been playing levels above, to be honest. And like she's in a good team, but she makes that team.
100%.
Yeah, she just pulls stuff out of anywhere, and she's always done that. She's done that in every team she's been a part of. She's really understanding defensively and attacking, like what players are good at what and where she needs to attack. So
Yeah.
I think she's been one of the game's best, and she's played every game.
Yeah.
She's hasn't had any injuries. She's played every game, and they've only lost one game this season.
Yeah.
She was very good against the Roosters on the weekend.
Very good.
And when we got rolled. But I think Tegan Berry's been unreal, but maybe if they had won a couple of more of those
Yeah.
games, like, you're giving those points to the winning team.
Yeah.
So she has been carrying their team though. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. Tamika, I think, for all the reasons you said.
Yeah. She's a freak.
She's a freak.
So good.
and
Would
it's
not be
expected.
surprised.
It's like, yeah. You expect
She's
her to
been
play
I can't
for
believe she
the
hasn't
Blues.
already won it,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Well, to be honest,
she
she
was
hasn't
out
actually.
last year,
She's
wasn't
had.
she?
She's
Oh,
the
it's
If you
couple
miss
games.
around, then
Yeah.
you're. That's where the game's kind of
Yeah.
the awards won and lost. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, to be
Very
honest.
true. And then just predictions for the weekend. So just a quick tip for each game.
Mm-hmm.
So we got first games, Tigers v Knights.
Night.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Knights have a
should win that
name to
one.
rest anybody.
Yeah, I think Salah's out as well. Doesn't
Is
help.
she?
Yeah, did she have another
Injury?
eye? Was it her
She
eye?
got hip dropped. Was it her that? No, don't make that up.
I remember seeing a photo of her eye actually, now that you mentioned it.
I just heard she's out. Sorry, maybe cut that out. Who knows? Anyway, let's start.
Nobody
Yeah,
knows.
I think that'll be Knights. They'll they might even rest a few players, to be honest, leading into the semi. Who knows?
Yep, that's Thursday night too. It's good. I like the Thursday night games. They come around quick.
Oh, it's tomorrow night.
Yep.
Where is it? Do you know?
Probably Newcastle, where
Campbelltown.
all of the rest of the games.
It is actually at
I saw it
Campbelltown.
was at Campbelltown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Cool.
Be good. And then
Hopefully
they're
they get a good crowd because, guys, our crowd, I don't know
On
if I spoke
Thursday
to you about it.
Yeah.
This is a bit sad, but there was 600 people, but they made it 1,600.
How do you know that?
Isn't that sad?
What
I was
happened?
not playing, so I was sitting on the sideline. But
What happened? Tell us.
Probably shouldn't even be saying. So I just
Don't
feel like it's
say it.
sad. So there was 600. The crowd attendance was 600 people.
Yeah.
but they ended up adding 1,000 on
To the
to make
tally.
it look.
No.
Yes.
No.
Honestly, more
So they-
people rocked up to my year 5 choir performance. 600 people.
Yes.
No, but why would they add, like, just to make
be
it
really
sound
honest.
like...
You don't want to. No, that's what they said.
Or just don't put it
so
up.
bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they do it every game.
I know they did 1,700
How do you
in
know
the
that?
first shoot.
How do they know?
It was only 700.
No, I'm kidding.
How do they know?
Well,
How
one
do
of
you
the
know? Sorry.
official Sharks ladies, I forget what her role exactly was, but she was sitting in front of us. And when the number came up, I was like, whoa, like 1,600, like where are they? And then
Did they come and go? Did they all buy tickets and not come?
they must be at the top.
In
Well,
the
we can't see them.
boxes.
Yeah, that's it. But they were like, oh no, they added 1,000 because it was
Oh,
Embarrassing.
like poor us.
Just don't put it up.
I know.
Oh, that is actually so funny.
shame.
Shame is right.
You know what? It's because
Grateful.
the coverage is so good. People love watching
That's
it.
it.
from
Yeah.
home.
It's comfy.
Yeah.
You know.
That's where they
Thursday
were.
night footy. at
Thursday
home.
night.
Anyway, next
moving
game.
on from that.
Roosters Cows.
You guys, come on. Easy money
I hope.
for you guys.
Look, I think after our game last week, like, we can't literally let that
Yeah.
happen
We'll
again. I
wait
hope
for
that the Roosters win.
Well, I hope so
You'll
too.
be
I hope, but it's not about hope. It's a tip. Really.
My tip is that the Roosters will win because, like I said, we can't play that bad again. Dragons Broncos. It's an interesting one. If
Broncos must win.
if Broncos lose that, and if
Titan.
the
Raiders beat Titans.
Raiders beat
Yes.
the Titans, they're potentially out. So
will be
Broncos
out.
must win that.
Must win. And I reckon Dragons will be so up for it. They'll be fired up because
Last game
they
to
can't
spoil
make
their
a final,
party.
but they will want to spoil parties. I know
100%.
James Howard's very about that. So I reckon he'll be
Yeah.
he'll be getting
and
them up.
Your last game, you're not going. You want to go out on a high.
At home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm tipping the Bronx, but I think it'll be a very, very tight match. Even potentially Golden Point.
Ooh.
nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it'll be close too. But I think the Broncos, like when they know they have to win, they step up.
They can beat anyone on their day, but they
Yes.
just haven't really
Yeah, they
Yes,
done that yet.
Gale's back too. That'll
Yeah.
make a massive difference for them.
Eels, Sharks. What do you reckon?
Sharkies all day.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Back in the Sharks.
Yeah.
I reckon it will be 50 plus. Oh, that's probably rude.
50 plus.
I genuinely reckon Sharks are going to go crazy.
All right, Sharks are having a feeding frenzy. you
Yeah.
reckon?
They're ready
Yeah.
for their Mad Monday. They want to go at the bang.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be a real big score.
And Raiders Titans, I think this is game of the round because this decides who's going to be in the top 4. And it's down at GIO Stadium in Canberra.
that
That makes it
changes things.
interesting because they're hard to beat
all
at
the
home.
Gold- all the
as we
Goldie
know.
people, bit warm up there, heading down to Canberra.
Yeah.
That is really going to be a battle of the forward packs.
Yeah, it will be.
That is
and I
tough.
feel like Zahara Temida will really step it up
Yeah.
for that game.
That'll be pretty. And like if they, like that's history for Raiders, like first
Yeah.
club in the top 4, like first club, like
Yeah.
first year, sorry.
Yeah.
And the boys are out now, so like, you know, a lot of the attention
carrying
from
them.
the club
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
to the chicks right now.
Raiders for sure.
Do you reckon?
You reckon?
Yeah, sure.
For sure.
I
That's
think so.
confident.
Yeah.
I reckon Samima Taufa is going to be a beast. She'll do
Yeah.
like 200
She'll
plus
run out,
meters, 50 tackles.
2
Yeah.
broken arms.
Yeah.
Her reverse tackle, bleeding nose, split eyebrow.
She can't see.
Voldemort strapping. She'll be
Far out.
She'll be
Yeah, watch out for my mark.
So you all
this
reckon
weekend.
Raiders?
Yeah, but then I reckon on the other hand, Georgia Hale, she'll be doing the
yes.
same. She'll
Yeah.
be making 50 tackles.
Those two locks work the hardest in the competition, I reckon. Oh, well, that's
the
hard to say. I just feel like they're very similar in the way that they play.
They're like literally Aussie versus New Zealand.
Yeah.
Prototypes, I reckon.
Yeah, that is
Just
a good.
built different up
Yeah.
here.
And Shannon and
Screw
Jessica
loose.
Elliston have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Shannon's been
And
awesome.
Yeah.
Grace Kemp and Sophie Holman also been good.
Okay, it's going to be good. I actually
I'm
have no
excited.
idea. I was going to say Titans, but I think Raiders at home.
I think Raiders have a fair bit in
Raiders
the back line
could. So
too.
wait, so Raiders just need to win. And then
Yes.
no matter how
Point
many.
differential? No.
Point differential, I think.
It'll be a point differential.
Okay.
But I
Interesting.
did forget, Holly Mae Dodd did an ACL. So she's out back row, but then they bring in the back row who's been on the bench, played Cook.
Kedar?
Yes.
Oh, that'll be good.
So she'll I'm assuming start.
Yeah.
Fui's not back, is she?
I thought
Potentially.
She
I think she is.
was. She on the.
They're going to win by 12.
Oh, thanks. You found it a lot quicker than I did. So Raiders have to win by 12. Okay. That's doable.
Well, what if Broncos lose by more than 12? Then it changes that, doesn't it?
Oh.
That's too much math for me.
Same.
Anyway, yeah, I'm tipping Raiders. That's tough.
I'm not tipping.
I don't know if I can either.
Come on, pick
I'll
one.
go Titans just to change it up if you're all going Raiders.
I think Titans will make the top 4.
That's not about the game. That was not the question. Are they coming third? They should make the top 4.
I don't know. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you so much for coming.
You're about as good at tipping as Alpha Bucks.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Oh, God.
we ready for some Alpha Bucks?
I'm nervous.
Yes, we're ready.
I'm nervous.
How
How
are we
do
rolling
this?
this? I feel like it's us versus you guys.
Okay.
All right, so fun little game we like to play.
I thought we weren't going to play this ever again, but anyway.
We are going to play it again, and unfortunately, I'm on your team this time. So we're going to play some Alpha Bucks. Very fun little game. So what we've done is we've got 5 categories. We'll go first. You'll give us a letter.
Show us how
So
it's
we're going to
done.
see how quickly we can get 5 categories.
As a team.
Yep, as a team. Or if the 30 seconds goes first, how many we get in 30 seconds.
All right. So I'm going
Okay.
to start the clock. You
Not
guys,
just yet.
Not yet. You're going to give us a letter.
Okay.
And then
we're
we'll
gonna
go,
go.
3, 2, 1, into
Yep.
it.
Okay.
All right.
So wait, what letter?
And do we?
Yeah, you
we
guys
just
choose
say
a letter.
one. And how are we not going to interrupt each other?
No, we're to go into. We're
I
in
know,
a team.
I know,
So
okay.
whatever we come up with
Okay.
is the first one.
Take your time.
You choose.
Okay. M.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Shape.
Pass.
City.
Manhattan.
Vegetable.
Mushroom.
Colour.
Maroon.
Car brand.
Mitsubishi.
Oh, that was so
Back to the shape. Back to the shape.
Shape. You put in the thing about this. You put the shape on it.
Shit.
Yes, that's done.
Yay.
Time.
Keely,
Out of all things, why would you pick shape?
You need something hard in there. You need something
Yeah, well,
hard.
now we're going to give him one and then it's
No,
going to be like
okay.
circle.
No, we won't pick anything.
Oh gosh. I'm
Sorry, the time is still going.
Not shape.
Okay. All right, your turn. You've got a letter picked out. Your letter is P. 3, 2, 1, go. Shape.
Pentagon.
Yes. Damn it. City.
Peru.
Perth.
Vegetable.
Pumpkin.
Yes.
Colour.
Purple.
Car brand.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Porsche.
P was easy. Pentagon's so easy. You're meant to pick shapes a hard one. You're meant to pick something hard.
Gosh.
Do we really want to get stuck in that, Keely? Do we want to tell them what happened off
Okay,
air?
we can't invite guests over and they beat us out at
buddy.
our own game. Honestly.
Congratulations,
thank
you
you
are
so
the winner.
much.
I
Thanks,
told you we're
guys.
never playing this game again.
That was fun.
You guys are really good at it. Quick,
You are.
smart up here.
Yes.
Intelligent ladies.
Very
We've got to
good.
invite dum-dums back if
Yes.
we want to feed them.
Yeah. Who should we get on
Well, a
next?
shape.
Who are we going to beat?
A shape for what was your letter M?
Yeah. What would
That's
actually...
hard. No, I
I
don't
had
know.
none.
Can we search
I'm
it?
gonna
I
search
really...
it.
It's It's
Shapes
grinding my
are
gears.
You know what's ridiculous? Keeley made that question up.
Obviously, because I want it to be hard, and then you pick something like P, like Pentagon. That's easy.
Shape
That was
starting
really good. Thank
See,
you.
N was meant to be a really hard one.
Shape starting with M.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Shape starting with A to Z.
Yeah,
There's nothing there for M.
Stop.
There is no shape that begins with M.
oh well.
Good one, Keeley. Your fault.
Good letter choice.
Anywho, well, guys, that was so much fun.
That was fun. Thank you for having us.
Sorry, I take that back.
Oh, that's, there must be
A
something.
Mobius strip.
Oh,
Duh.
I can't believe I didn't.
How do you forget that?
Character of a movie.
Mobius strip. That'll do me.
That sounds like a lingerie.
Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it. All the way over from Cronulla, over to Paddo. Legends. It's
Thank you
been
for
good
having
fun.
us.
First
of
ever
fun.
guests and
Yes.
stoked to have you here.
It's been fun. Thank you for having
girls.
us.
Yes.
We'll have to get you on our one next time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds
Make it
good.
happen.
Sounds
work.
good. See you guys.
Bye.
Thanks, girls.